To all of you, this is another episode of the drunkenly critically acclaimed, soon-to-be award-winning John Sawyer Show right here on Strong Island TV. Those of you watching us on Facebook Live, we like to say thank you and click on that share button to let your friends know that we are up and running. Those of you listening to us on the TuneIn Radio app, thank you. If you don't have...
What the fuck's going on?
There's something wrong with him. He's frozen in time.
You okay over there?
I don't know. Wait, hold on.
He'll thaw out.
Wait, no, he's nervous.
There we go. There we go.
He's nervous. He's on a real show.
Hey, guys. Hey, it's happening.
Those of you listening to us on the TuneIn Radio app, thank you. If you don't have the TuneIn Radio app but wish to get it, you can do so by going to the App Store or Google Play. Download the app for free. Search Strong Island Radio in the search engine. And as long as you have us marked down as one of your favorites, you can listen to us on the go every single week. I am your host, John Sawyer, alongside Mr. Mike Monty, Mr. Jimmy Farrow, and our two guests of the evening. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Who are you again?
Wait, this is not running radio.
No, it's not running radio.
It's
So
not running radio.
confused.
No, made a wrong turn.
Where are we?
You're in the...
You
like
told
Hot
me
Tub
podcast
John Sawyer.
Sunday, and I thought, wow, that's weird. We're not doing Wednesday nights like usual, and like I see red walls.
Yeah. You got some of it. Not all of it.
From Run-In Radio,
Where'd the
Mr.
green
Sean
screen
Walsh,
go?
Sean
What's
the
going
Heel
on?
Walsh, and the smooth voice Sith, Ryan
Oh
Perry.
yeah, oh yeah. No matter where I go, I'm still the smooth voice Sith. That's just how it rolls.
How you guys doing tonight, all right?
I'm doing good.
We're doing all right.
Except when I work for that slave plantation known as. Yeah, my regular.
Slave plantation.
Yes.
By the way, they're not sitting next to each other because they're in a deep competition for host of the year. So
Oh, is that right?
two of them are not really on the same page right now, but we're trying to get them together.
Sean's still reading like a third grade book. I've gone way beyond to the master's degree program. Buy your textbook from your professor who wrote the book, and he gets like 20% of whatever the book sells for, because that's just how college bubble works as a scam. But anyways, there's no competition. To call it a competition is ridiculous. In my
Right,
opinion.
because I'm the next host of the year.
Yeah, you wish. Anyways,
Before
let's
we-
not talk about our show, Sean. Let's talk about the John Sawyer show.
Right.
Well,
'cause
before
that's why we're here.
before we proceed, I'd like to mention that phone lines are open. If you'd like to give us a call and ask us a question or just bullshit with us for the entire hour that we're on, you can do so by dialing 516-945-9099. Again, the number is 516-945-9099.
That's a way better number than our Sean.
We're also on Skype.
Hey, look at that.
If you wish to if you wish to have your pretty face shown on the program along with us, these pretty faces, you can do so by going to the Skype app and Skype in strongisland.com or Skype the call-in number, which is once again 516-945. What are those last four numbers, Ryan?
I don't know, but they were better than our last four.
9099.
9099. So, guys, I just got back from an early morning trip. I was at Ringside Fest. So we'll open up with my favorite sweetheart, Alexa
Gee, I wonder who
Bliss.
that is.
Really?
Look at that! Hanging with Alexa.
I am
How
amazed.
you doing?
I am amazed that she did not run in the opposite direction when she heard her number one stalker was in the room.
That's for sure.
Or there weren't lawyers waiting there with court orders.
Well, what happened was he wore the fedora, so
There you
like,
go.
it hit his face.
okay.
Well,
She
she,
didn't-
you know what's
you go.
funny? She's like, "Are you from the John Sawyer show?" I'm like, "Absolutely."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here's the
Where's
funny
Ryan?
here's the funny part. Big Cass was also there signing.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And-
Wait, are you guys ready for chirping crickets? Here we
There
go.
he is, all loud. Everybody there for Alexa Bliss. So coming off
How
our
you doing?
coming off our conversation, I'm thinking the women are running the show.
By the
about
way,
Strowman?
is
Was he
anybody
there?
here surprised that there's no one
Strowman,
online?
Strowman wasn't sold out, and
God.
Baylor was sold out. But
Mike, were you surprised there was no one online for this guy?
no, because I told you he
No
fucking
one.
sucks.
No one? But no one?
He sucks.
Oh, my God. I mean, I could understand that if that was the line for Kurt Hawkins, but Big Cass has got to have a couple of fans.
No, because Enzo carried that entire
Thank
time.
you.
I
was
agree.
excited.
That I do agree with.
Until that, like a tire going across a nail road, it went flat.
What was that, John? With your
He
bad
doesn't-
analogies?
I
You're
said-
bringing your bad analogies from our show to
I
this
said-
show? Like,
I thought there was a rule
Bad
against
analogy
this.
Sunday.
You're not allowed to do that.
Didn't you read the John Sawyer handbook? You can't do that.
It's not allowed.
I
Now,
said,
knock off.
I said until Enzo went flat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's
not-
never flat.
Yeah, when
He's
did
mint on the
did
mic.
Enzo go flat?
Enzo's
He
not
can't control what gimmick and storyline they're putting him in, but he's always mint on the mic, man. Look at those baby blue eyes. Look at him. Look at him.
I like him when
Look
he's
at him.
knocking himself out running into the ropes.
That's
That's what I like.
Guys,
That shows how skillful he really
we were
is.
talking about.
Yeah, the guy who broke his leg on a wrist lock.
Yeah, that guy cannot wrestle.
But he's
I'm sorry.
entertaining, so
Yeah,
I'll tune
absolutely.
in.
Yeah,
So
there
that's
you
all
go.
that matters.
There you go.
We were talking about the state.
Caveman.
We were talking about the state of the WWE. They just posted their best quarter in company history.
Wait,
And now it's gonna stink because they got rid of Emma.
Wow!
Can you believe
Topping
that?
the Emma. real
By the
quick.
way, Mike sent me the text this morning that it's
guy.
on us. We put the we're whammy
Yes.
on Emma.
Running
We put the
radio
whammy on Emma.
ends the Sawyer combination.
We were just discussing
got her fired.
that Emma has just wound up, even though she lost to Asuka, she made such a great accounting for herself, and boom, she's gone. She's released.
It was such a good, like she had such a good couple.
It makes no
matches, though.
sense. Like, just have
And
her
they
get
went by.
squashed then. Why have her look competitive against?
All it shows
Asuka?
is that there's a growing list of wrestlers who don't exactly get along with the McMahons. I mean, the list is getting big.
But apparently she didn't ask for her release though. She was just released.
Well, you know who else got?
She must have had an issue.
Who else got released?
Butterface and
Butterface?
and Chocolate Dip Cena.
Who the hell is Butterface?
Samurai.
Oh, Samurai got released.
Yeah, it's her nose. Something is like weird.
Butterface.
She's a butterface.
Yeah,
I
she's
gotta go with
interesting.
you on that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and Chocolate Dip Cena because I guess they couldn't
Chocolate
make. I guess they
Dip
couldn't
Cena?
make
Who the
Darren
hell-
Young great again.
Oh my God! That's who you.
Mr. Backless is rolling in his grave right now, right?
Boy, that was a guy who was going nowhere.
So
Unbelievable.
every time I
Wow.
think the WWE's folding or having issues,
I know.
Vince
They come
McMahon pulls
along with-
another thing out of his ass.
Right, of course.
So it's interesting coming out of Running Radio, which you did not participate. Ryan made it aware of his distaste for Ronald Reagan, and I pretty much wanted to ask the boys from Running Radio and yourself,
What
makes a great leader?
This is going to be interesting.
Ryan,
What makes a great leader?
you know, so the question was,
Here we
why did you
go.
hate Ronald Reagan? So
I thought Reaganomics was a joke.
I looked up 10 great things
Trickle down?
Ronald
Trickle
Reagan
down?
did for
It
this
doesn't
country.
You don't
trickle
believe in the
down.
trickle down
It
theory?
does not trickle down.
Okay, I'm being summoned for something, so.
No. Stay here, brother.
No, I'm being
I
summoned.
need to know about your Ronald Reagan thing.
No?
Yes.
I'm being summoned for something.
Oh, stay.
Let me go
Tell
take
him
care
to
of
stay. Tell him
Let me
to
go take care of this. Hold on.
Tell him to stay.
Hold on.
Sean, what are your thoughts on Ronald?
I liked Ronald Reagan as a president, even though I was like 6 when he got elected the first time. Bringing back a Perrier with a little olive in it, please. No.
Ryan,
What?
what is
Trickle
wrong
down does not work.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
what makes a great leader? Why don't you
what
answer
makes a
that?
great leader. You gotta have to understand, no matter where you are, whether it's political or not.
Right.
I guess we could use the word constituents.
Would you
for this
consider Vince
phrase.
McMahon a great leader?
He was.
Would you consider
Wait a minute,
the late George Steinbrenner a great leader?
You're jump-
100%.
You're jumping over he was. Why
He
is
was.
it a was? Because he's too old? And
I think he's lost.
think he's lost his
I
mind?
think he's lost touch of what his base or his
That might
constituents
be
want.
What makes a good leader?
Somebody's on the phone.
You're looking at me?
How do we answer
I don't know how to
that?
use the phone.
There you
Can't
go.
answer it. Hello, John Sawyer Show.
Hello.
You had to.
I
You had to know.
I had to do it, right?
You had to know.
I tried to
You
stop it.
had to
I
know.
did the best I could.
Yes, Mr. President. How are you, sir?
Hello.
Oh, great. He can't even remember. He's on the phone. Oh, God.
Even
Well, you know, I died of Alzheimer's. And,
Yes.
you know, I died of Alzheimer's. And,
Wait, he knows he's dead?
Alzheimer's.
He's quite aware of
He can't remember what he had for breakfast yesterday
He's
morning.
quite aware.
But he remembers that he's
Mr.
dead.
President,
what?
Mr. President, are you aware that Ryan thinks you're a steaming pile of inept political horse shit?
And Jimmy, I gotta be honest. Jimmy, I gotta be honest with you. This was my favorite president of all time, but after these fucking calls, I
hate him.
hate him.
I hate
I
him.
fucking hate him. Ronald, stay dead. Stay dead, brother.
I got a
Oh, this is
question.
awful. You guys are murdering Reagan. This is
Where's
terrible.
Nancy?
Oh,
God.
Where's
All
Nancy?
the whores are in
This show is fit for UHF.
Ronald,
Look it
where's
up.
Nancy? Sean's asking
Is
you.
Nancy there with you?
I haven't seen her. But you know the thing about Nancy? She's this skinny little rail with a giant head. She looks like a mascot for those all-day suckers. Her ass looks like 2 pieces of cauliflower stuck together.
Ronald.
My God.
Ronald.
The cellulite is mind-boggling.
Ronald, can you hear me?
The bombing.
Ronald!
In 5
Ronald!
You wonder why the country
I'll
went
have a
awry.
Big Mac and a
Ronald, on Running Radio, the Satanists don't believe in God, but on this show we do, and God is calling for you.
How are they Satanists?
God is calling for you, so
That's
bye-bye.
not right. Oh
Bye,
my God,
Ronald.
that's a
You know
Bye.
the great thing about
Bye, Ronald! We've got to let you go, brother. We'll see you soon.
What do you
In
mean
hell.
let him go?
God
He's
bless.
already gone. Listen to him. He's completely gone.
Let him go.
bless
Just let him go, Mike.
Bobby!
I think your wife.
Bobby's not cutting him off. Reagan was a man of God. Bobby's not cutting that guy
I
off.
mean, you mean the imaginary man in the sky?
So,
Yes.
Brian, we were speaking about
Yes.
your
Mel
dislike
Gibson
of
just
Ronald
called.
Reagan,
Yes.
but you did say that your favorite.
It's
He's
like-
got.
I think you
Bobby,
forgot how to
can
hang
you
up the phone.
please hang up with Ronald, please?
Ronald, it's time for your hot chocolate.
So,
I
but
don't even know if
you
Ronald
did mention
realizes he's on the
mention
phone.
that your favorite president was Abraham Lincoln, and I
Yes.
noticed you talked about
is
you
that
work,
possible?
but he's working in a plantation.
Yes,
he's
he
working
says.
in a plantation. So
How is
why
that
not bring up
possible? Oh, my
Abraham
Lord.
Lincoln? Bobby, can we plug up Abraham? And maybe Ryan could give us
Abraham
a
Lincoln.
quick reason why
You don't have
Abraham
a
was
photo.
such
You
a
have
great
photo of
president.
Abraham Lincoln. You can't be
Look at the
serious.
guy. First of all, the man wore a top
my
hat
God.
like nobody could. Okay.
Oh, maybe this is Lincoln. This could
I
be
hope it
Lincoln.
Ryan,
Answer it. Click.
hello, John Sawyer.
Yes, I'm looking for mommy. Is she there?
Who's he looking for?
Who are you looking for?
Are you looking for Moppy? Did you say? Like,
I'm looking for mommy. Is she
Mommy?
there?
For mommy.
I think you have the
I
wrong
have a
number.
load in my pants bigger than the Lincoln Memorial.
He wants his diaper changed. It's
All right.
Reagan.
Well, thank
It's
you.
Reagan.
Thank you for the call, sir. Call back soon.
The only way Lincoln can be.
What's his
So,
diaper
let's-
The
changed?
only way Lincoln could be tarnished is in that horrible Planet of the Apes remake with Mark.
Oh, you had to go there.
That's
like
the only way
worst
Lincoln could
ending in
ever
the
be.
history
Well,
of
let me
movies.
ask you a serious
The
question.
worst.
Do you watch
And the movie was
do you
decent
watch
until
Star
that
Trek?
ending.
No.
Why did you have to
You're
bring
not a
up that
Star
ending?
Trek fan?
No,
Are
I'm
you
not.
a Star
I'm
Trek
not a
fan?
You're not a
Trekkie
Star Trek fan.
because I'm not a nerd.
You just did. You
Wow.
don't have to be a nerd to like
Yeah,
Star
you do.
Trek. No, you
You
It's
don't.
like a Power
You have to
Ranger
be-
and you're not a
don't.
nerd.
Yeah, well,
No,
Star
you
Trek.
don't. We used to pop acid. What? Listen, Iron Maiden and watch Star Trek, and trust me, we weren't
Is that
nerds.
the phone again?
One of the prerequisites of being a
Answer that
Trekkie
phone.
is being a virgin
Oh,
until
well,
26.
then I'm guessing
so-
We've got good
that
conversation
definitely
going
doesn't
on.
qualify. Oh
The
no,
phone's
no,
ringing
no.
again.
Yes, can we help you?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi. This is Saul Rosenberg, and
Oh, this is the guy
I
who got
need
fisted
help
by Kabuki.
getting
You remember
some
this?
shoes and glasses. Is
You want
this
your
the
shoes and
glasses
glasses? Do you want to?
Don't argue with me. I'm trying to talk to you.
Do you want a monkey to beat its
You know, I
senseless?
haven't gotten my settlement from that lawsuit against Brian. He obliterately stuck his fingers in my ass,
You
and
stuck
I
your
can't
fingers in
sit
that guy's
right
ass?
now.
Oh my
It's
God!
awful.
You know what you call your wife and my wife trapped in a basement? You call it a wine cellar. Cause why are we down here? It's cold. Oy vey! Can you please
Don't
help
talk
us
about
and turn the
Muriel.
heat up?
Don't talk about Muriel.
I will talk about
Please,
Is
whoever I
this
want.
the Evan Ginsberg show?
I don't know, man. It's just really.
Yeah, be a mensch.
Oy vey, gotta go.
You know what? This
Hey,
calls like a chauffeur. It blows.
Mazel tov. It's raining. You know, I've been on the Evan Ginsberg show before.
Yeah, how was that?
It wasn't bad.
What did he ask you about?
Well, I was there for my music, so.
Oh, you do. We
Yeah,
didn't know that
yeah,
about
Hold on a
you.
I'm a
second,
jack
hold on a
of all
second.
trades, master of none. You know, but
Okay. What kind
What type of
What do you-
music?
I'm a hip hop artist.
Yeah,
Okay.
very nice.
So I did a couple of songs off my debut album.
Are you a hip hop artist?
No.
You know?
No.
He's not
What are you? Well, there he is. He's back.
What happened?
So
Dude,
getting his
every
calls
time
again.
you go somewhere, we
What do you
get
do
a
on the
slew
sideshow?
of
I
insane
do
phone calls.
3D animation.
A slew.
And
We had Reagan call in, and then someone else called
We
in.
had
I think
Saul.
Sid Rosenberg. Didn't he?
And
Was
I
he the
worked
guy
for
that got
Quick
fired from
Lifestyle,
FAN?
director of sports division.
I'm trying to remember.
Wow. Well, we gotta talk about that.
But yeah.
So, have you released any albums?
Yeah. Sean built the website there. You could download it. When
Oh,
it was
really?
released. It
You
was
Why
built
don't you plug
website?
yourself? Give
So,
me a
well, you
plug.
can go to trilltf.com. You know, it'll
Nice.
link up to Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. A lot of songs get dropped on YouTube for free.
Nice.
So I hook up with a lot of different producers and artists who are looking to get their name out there as well. So it's a big networking chain that we've created. So you'll see a lot of stuff that, it's guys from, Europe who are sending me beats, or I even had a guy from South America, I think it was Brazil, and he sent me a beat and I wound up using it or whatnot.
Nice.
And it's just plugging them. I'm like, hey, this is who made the track, this is, whatnot. Work with some graphic designers and whatnot, for images that go up on YouTube or the album covers or whatnot. So
Now, I know nothing about the whole hip-hop scene. Is there a difference between beats from producers international and producers in the U.S.?
well, you could tell just from the cultural. It's kind of like wrestling, where like you have like lucha libre, and it's you can tell
Different
how somebody
continents, different
watches.
feels.
When you're watching a wrestling match, you could tell where this guy probably originated from, or what he drew his inspiration from, based on his wrestling style. Same thing with hip hop. It's easy to identify. Even within the United States, it's easy to identify if this is a West Coast guy that made this beat, or if this is a Southern guy who made this beat, or an East Coast guy who made this beat. So, you're going to hear it in the snares, you're going to hear it in the loops, you're going to hear it in the live instrumentation that some guys put in their stuff.
Sean, you're fairly close with Ryan, right? You don't seem like a hip hop type of guy.
Sometimes.
You don't seem like a hip hop type of guy, right?
Sometimes.
Are you hip hop?
No.
So what do you listen to?
I'm a hard rock, heavy metal.
So do you guys have a problem getting along with that?
No.
Why would
Type
that be?
of music?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because growing up, I was inspired by all different types of music.
Okay.
But my family was too poor to afford instruments, so
Alright.
I gravitated towards hip hop because it was a spoken word thing, and I was always good with words.
Listen, there's no shame in poor, right?
No, it's just,
Abraham Lincoln could have used you on his plantation, maybe at one
could've.
point or another.
it's
Right, you
very
could have.
possible.
You could have.
Abraham Lincoln
Could have
had a
did something.
plantation.
No, I don't think he did. He was working against it.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty
totally
what he was doing.
Is that really what he was doing?
pretty counterintuitive.
Not from
if
what
he
I
did.
know. Not I
But
know.
yeah, because I grew up listening to hip hop, but I also grew up listening to Metallica and Nirvana.
Who influenced you the most?
Hip hop wise or just musically?
Music-wise. What got you off? Like, what started you off?
Yeah, what got you off?
I didn't mean it like that.
Smooth 70s porn.
I mean, my early influences are going to
There's
be
something about that backbeat.
my early influences, of course, are going to be like a Michael Jackson, because
Okay.
that's
Oh,
growing
Michael
up.
Jackson got you off?
Beatles?
As a young boy, too.
Probably enjoyed the hell out of it.
But as I got a little bit older and I
you're saying,
wanted to
"Just
develop,
leave me alone."
you just got to beat it, just beat it.
Just beat it.
He wanted to rock
I
with
was
you.
Billie Jean in that song. Just thinking.
Oh my God.
This show has been brought to you by Toys R Us.
By the way,
This conversation is
I did
digressed.
listen to Chris Cornell's version of Billie Jean.
How did you like that?
Oh, it's
my
good.
God.
It's a good version, yeah.
Wow.
So I do know something about something.
I was
He was
fantastic.
probably one of the most gifted,
was amazing.
underrated
He was
singers
amazing.
ever. Even though he was like, he's
was
like on the
amazing.
top 5.
He was
it's
amazing.
still-
From his generation, he was. And I don't think he was underrated either. I just think that whole genre is a little underappreciated, the Seattle sound, because it seems to live a little bit in the shadow of the classic 70s
Yeah.
and 60s guys.
Sir Mix-a-Lot definitely doesn't get enough attention for it.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir
He's from
Mix-a-Lot.
Seattle.
Yeah, you found
Sir
it.
Mix-a-Lot.
But you got to understand.
Sir
His
I got,
big
I,
song
I
was
got a
Baby
vision
Got
of
Back,
Kurt
right?
Cobain
But this
hitting him in
guy,
the head with a guitar.
Sir
right
Mix-a-Lot
now.
was with Tupac, right?
but this guy, no, Sir Mix-a-Lot was.
No, Tupac was in his background singers.
How about
that
Sir
was Digital
Farts a
Underground.
Lot?
That's
What
right,
band
you're
was
right.
he
Yep,
in?
all right.
But Sir
Farts
Mix-a-Lot
a Lot?
was.
Wasn't that the guy with the nose and the glasses?
Well, that's Digital Underground.
Okay.
That's
But wasn't Sir
That's
Mix-a-Lot
Humpty
in that?
Hump.
No.
No, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm way off.
Sir Mix-a-Lot was a huge legend in the Seattle hip hop scene.
I'm sure.
Baby Got Back is obviously his big song, but he was a monster guy for Seattle and that scene. Even like a guy like Macklemore, who's from Seattle, credits Sir Mix-a-Lot for his rhyme style, his lyricism, his influence.
Not to veer the subject, but times have changed, so it's all about the girls. Does Baby Got Back the most important thing? What's top on? What
I don't
attracts you guys to women? Still the back?
For me, that's going to be a totally different. I don't really talk about girls in my music, so
Really?
unless I'm like murdering them or talking about
Nice.
what kind of a bitch they are.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the case may be.
Or if you're a feminist. Apparently
Oh
he's a
yeah, I
huge
hate.
feminist.
Oh, we got a call.
We've got an actual call.
I don't believe it.
This is a miracle.
That can't be.
It happens.
Look, even John Sawyer's amazed.
Sean's like, wait a second. That's
You know
not
what? Maybe we
right.
shouldn't pick it up. Maybe we should just listen to it ring.
Hello?
John Sawyer Show, who's this?
Hey, how you doing? This is Johnny. I
Hello?
just want to tell you, I went to the ECPW show, and Bobby Dream no-showed and didn't call the promoter or nothing, and he took all the pre-sale ticket money.
Fucking Bobby Dream.
Wow.
God damn him.
How do we know?
Who replaced him? I'm infuriated right now. Who replaced him?
He got stuck working at Raymore and Flanagan. You can't blame him.
This is
I don't
not
know,
where he
but I
works.
got a good
Now
next
he
guy
needs
there
coke money.
today, John from Patchogue.
So wait a second. So who are you and where are you from?
My name is Johnny. I'm from Medford.
From Medford.
Are you the same fucking guy that owes me $10?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I knew it, you motherfucker.
This is the guy. This
That's
is
the
that
fucking
guy
guy.
from the
Where's
tennis
my
club.
goddamn
He
money?
was so sure. What was it, Samoa Joe or something like that? I was
fucking guy.
So wait a second. So Bobby Dream didn't show up?
For technicality.
Bobby Dream didn't show up?
So you gotta speak up.
I gotta go, but I did want to tell you, Bobby Dream no-showed, turned his phone off, and all the tickets that he sold, he didn't give the money to Gino Caruso for the ECPW show, where all they had was guys who work in the backyards. Just want to tell you that.
Well, I
Sir,
got
let me.
that.
Thank you, Earl Cooter in disguise.
ECPW without the boondocks.
Would you like to plug the next episode?
DW, fuck the world.
Sir,
This is hilarious.
That says fuck you.
sir, I gotta ask you.
I think he hung up.
I gotta ask you 2 questions. Sir, you still there?
No, he hung up.
It was a bad connection. You heard
can I
me. He
tell
just
you
wanted to
a-
call it.
can I tell you a
Bobby Dream no-show.
Go
Can
ahead.
I tell you a Bobby Dream
Yeah,
story? So,
let's hear
Go ahead.
so we're working a show in an SWA, and
SWA Suffolk Wrestling
yeah,
Alliance.
yeah. So we go out to
Stop wrestling altogether.
We go out to Sinclair. Yeah. So we go.
I even got him on that one. That's not easy.
How about suck my white ass?
That would be up there,
So,
too.
All right, go ahead. I'm
so
sorry.
we go afterwards. It's like
Shit,
the Necro
wrestling
Butcher.
all
The first time Necro Butcher works the show for SWA. So we go out to this place, Sinclair's Pub, which I know the owner of the bar and everything like that. So we go to the after party, whatever.
Was he
we're getting
doing
hammered.
jump ropes with no jump rope?
So my friend Ricky
playing-
Richards.
Yeah,
brother Rocky.
He's playing short with
My
starfish.
friend Ricky Richards, right? He's there with his girlfriend. His girlfriend brings a friend to the bar. So we're all hanging out, and Bobby Dream is like all over this girl the whole night. Like,
I'm a wrestler.
like a bitch in heat.
Hey,
like,
baby.
like,
I'm a
straight up
wrestler.
trying his damnedest
Lollipop?
to try to get with this girl. So it gets towards the end of the night, and he's like begging for her number, and she's finally like, listen, if I give you my number, I don't want you to be a creeper. Like, don't hit me up for a few days. Like,
You couldn't
you'd be
tell
ki-
by
I'm
the-
not gonna-
by the approach
Like,
you were getting
I'm
a
not gonna
creeper?
lie. I
Oh
think
my
you're
God.
somewhat cute, but you've been really annoying.
Okay.
You know. So she like kisses him on like the cheek or something like that, gives him her number. I don't know why. But girls are crazy.
Me.
So and leaves. So what's homeboy do? Texts her like 15 minutes after the fact, right? And then is like saying some crazy shit like, yo, the way your lips, and keep in mind, this is all like written in caps lock. What
is he doing,
This guy
promos?
does-
He's
like,
reading
his-
promos?
His cap lock button is broken on all devices. Yeah.
Lock.
So he's like, the way your lips touched my cheek was electrifying, and la la la.
Who's
And he's
doing
like,
promos?
he cuts this
He's
long
leaving
promo,
promos.
like this massive
In
text
caps.
in caps, right? And sends it to her. So of course she's showing Ricky Richards' girlfriend this phone,
Who the
text
fuck's
message.
Ricky Richards?
He's
some
a
other
worker.
dude.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
he's a worker.
I'm a wrestler.
Talent enhancement.
You know, no, he's actually one of the
probably good for
Ace
all I know.
tag team champions.
There you go.
At the moment.
Okay. Fair enough.
But he's doing like a southern gimmick there. It's pretty fun actually.
Oh, I like that. That works.
So, but so of course she shows her friend, and Ricky takes a picture of this, with his phone. So we start printing these pictures out. So at the next SWA show a few months later, we start plastering them all over the fucking locker room. Nice. And because it clearly says Bobby Dream like on the thing, you know what I'm saying? So he walks in and he's just like, like I could see his cap locks button is actually popping back up because he's going to use his soft voice now because who did this? This is not funny. And me and Ricky immediately
not
just
funny.
were fucking dying. We're
my
dying.
God.
Like dead giveaway.
Dude, I'm gonna text the Metal Maniac and ask him to call in and talk about Bobby Dream. No, fuck that. All right. All right.
Can we do
Good
that?
choice.
No, we can if you want, but anyway.
That was also the same night that Ricky Richards almost fought Steve Persons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Steve Persons said something about Ricky's girlfriend, not realizing it was Ricky's girlfriend, and like called her like some nasty name, and Ricky got like in his fucking face, was like, "I'm gonna fuck."
Do you guys ever like shoot in the ring? Like
Fuck
something ever
yeah.
carry over and you
Fuck
just shoot
yeah.
out?
Fuck yeah.
There,
Nice.
there was a
Did
time.
you ever have a shoot?
Fuck yeah.
There was a time.
All right, so wait a minute.
Me and Dream shot one time.
You and Dream shot?
Yeah, but let him go first.
Well, I wanted Ryan was a ex-professional wrestler for whoever
you folks
doesn't
out
know
there?
that. But before the show,
Both
we
these guys?
recently learned that he wore a Power Rangers outfit
Absolutely.
to the
You've
ring.
seen the Power Ranger outfit before.
Yeah, I've seen it.
he's
So
seen it.
you know,
with
so
the Dragon Ball Z
balls.
finish.
Yes, with the Dragon Ball Z thing.
You have to have.
so speak about a shoot match you might have.
Well, I wasn't a shoot match per se.
Oh wait, hold on. What color Power Ranger, please?
He's got all different.
yeah, I got
colors.
all
Oh, you've got all different ones.
White,
This is
gold,
unbelievable.
purple, yeah.
This is
Feel
unbelievable.
bad for you, brother.
Don't you?
I did not know this. This is terrible.
And
I think it's
he gets
hilarious.
voted host of the year. Can you imagine? I'm the glue that holds that place together. But
Yeah, but he's the Power Ranger.
Exactly. It wasn't really a
Hey,
shoot
better
fight
than
per
Tom
se.
Coe. That's all.
Oh, Jesus.
But
let's not go to him.
it was definitely well. There's two stories I have. One I shot on a fan. And
On a
then-
fan?
On a fan because he was a piece of shit.
Okay.
And then two was with Trigger. With Trigger.
Trigger!
So we're working a show in Staten Island.
Everybody's beat up.
You know, so we're working a show in Staten
we know
Island.
Trigger? Sounds like a
And,
horse.
Trigger's green as shit.
That's the cowboy guy that
Yeah.
keeps showing those promos
That's the guy we saw? That
Yeah.
horrendous
Yeah.
promo we saw?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the same guy?
You shot on him?
Yes.
with the cowboy
Okay,
hat.
so
and the
please
trench
tell us what
coat
happened.
and the
So we're working a
championship.
we're working a show in Staten Island, and he's green as shit. And we go for Universal, and what's the asshole do on the clothesline spot of the Universal? He hits me right in my fucking throat. So now I can't fucking breathe, and my throat's like swelling up, like I'm having issues. I'm still working this fucking bullshit match with this guy.
Right.
So I'll come backstage, and like it's literally like it's bruised. Everything is like he got me like really good.
Yeah.
So a few months later, there's this Rumble that we're doing for some other promotion. He's in it, and I'm in it, or whatever. So I remember running over at one point to him, like you get into the Rumble, you do your little pop for everybody bumps for you or whatever, and it calms down and it goes back to normal until the next guy comes out. I remember at the very end of it, I run over to Trigger and I fucking just punched him straight in his fucking nose and right across for it.
There you go.
Walked back around.
Now
hit
you
some
were
other
probably
guys.
waiting like
Yeah,
months.
he
to-
was.
You're
he was
like, when I get my
whole
shot, I'm
fucking
taking
getting
it.
right.
Nice.
Aaron,
Doug was
guaranteed.
getting his receipt.
Yeah,
Don't
good. And then the other time when I shot on the fan, was I didn't even actually physically touch him. It was more like I got out of character real quick. But I'm working this match with Chris Caden for an FTW show, and the whole time this guy that I actually knew personally was there in the front row, and he's fucking saying really nasty shit, which is great because it's actually making my job easier because I was the heel during that match. So I'm getting all sorts of heat because of him. Like, idiot, you just made my job easier. I didn't have to work that hard. So after the match, I lose the kid and I roll out of the ring, and I go right over to him, and I'm like, this guy right here, his name is Eric, and I say his full name. I was like, and this motherfucker was a virgin till he was 29 years old. I could pull up the fucking text files and for whatever, admitting to this motherfucker. His wife looks like she's got Down syndrome. He's a fucking pussy. Blah blah. He reaches over and tries to fucking punch me.
Oh, here we go. Now it's not
So
so
he
funny
fucking is
anymore.
like tipping over the fucking guardrail or whatever. I'm laughing. I'm telling him, you want to fucking fight me? Come fucking see me in the parking lot. I'll be right there in 5 fucking minutes. We'll see who's really fucking
Could
the
you
tough
imagine
guy.
the cops pulling up saying there's been a fight between a Power Ranger and some guy? What do you say?
And I was in Power
Looking for the
Ranger.
Power Ranger. You know?
Actually, no. I
Could you
wasn't. I
imagine-
wasn't in my full Power
We've
Ranger.
got an
Okay.
assault altercation between a Power Ranger and some guy in pajamas.
I want everybody to know Ryan's views are not the views of the John Sawyer Show. We do not have anything against virgin or motherfuckers. We are peaceful people
You
here
don't
on
have
the John
anything
Sawyer
about
Show.
It's Don West selling 72 virgins.
29-year-old virgin.
You don't have
Let's
anything
open this
about-
one up and take a look
I'm
inside.
not apologizing for you.
We got an ECPW sale. I need pancakes, diabetes. Give me pancakes, diabetes. Send me the diabetes, I'll send you a
Did you
check.
say pancakes?
Pancakes, but waffles are better.
Guys,
Pancakes are
big
waffles
big
are
news this week. Joe Girardi was let go of the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
I think that should
Yeah.
turn some covers.
That's a bit of a bummer.
I'm a
Are
Yankee
you not a-
fan.
are you
I'm
a
a
Yan-
Yankee fan. He had to go.
All right, so
He's out,
perfect.
Joe.
We've
I
got
think
some
it was
viewpoints
time.
there, Jimmy. Why
He's
did he have
out,
to
Joe.
go?
I think it
Why
was-
did he have to go?
I think it was time. He was an excellent manager. I'm not going to say he's not. He was much more successful than he was not successful. He was one of the winningest managers in Yankee history, but 10 seasons, 1 title, it's not enough. I mean, there's really no other way around it. He won a title in year 2, and he probably should have squeezed at least 1 more out during his time. And I feel like with this next batch of kids, the timing seems a little weird, but from what I've heard, he's a bit of a hard ass in the dugout. And some of the kids are not so thrilled with that approach. Now, personally, I kind of like the hard ass guy, but that's me. I liked Billy Martin. I liked guys like that. I like Tony La Russa. I think he's a prick, but he's a really smart prick. I like guys like that.
The Lupinello.
Sean, your
Lou
thoughts?
Pinella, I love him too.
I'm not a
but-
baseball guy.
Sean's not a
How about
baseball
you, Ryan?
guy.
What do you think
I
about
feel
Girardi?
like Joe Girardi won. He got the World Series ring. They were supposed to win in 09.
I agree.
So like really, they were
but
supposed
it's
to
not.
win in 09.
It's not. I
Still
never
gotta
consider
do it.
them an automatic though.
Um,
You gotta do
9,
it.
10, and
You gotta
7,
do
10.
it.
Yeah.
910 wins. Never
So-
had a losing
Yeah, but
record.
you know what though? But it doesn't
was a good
matter.
manager. It's not that
Because
he wasn't.
any
It
Yankee
just was time.
manager outside of the 80s probably does have a winning record. You know,
Well, the
the Yankees,
Yankees
are a
have
team
been-
always built to win.
You know, it's funny though. You didn't get to see any of this. Mike and I lived through all of this. George Steinbrenner used to change managers like we change drawers, unless you're Sean, who never changes his drawers.
That's right.
Well,
unless you're
speaking
Simon
of Sean,
See, I read your joke book.
the John Sawyer
I
Show
took a
feels
couple
like
of
the
jokes
next
out of it.
Yankee manager should be the host of the year, Sean.
Sean is Yankee manager?
I
He
was
doesn't even know
thinking
anything
so.
about
Why don't we-
baseball.
why don't
Bobby, can you pull up Sean?
You know, knowing the weirdness of this world, Sean would probably lead the Yankees to a title.
No way.
What do I know about baseball?
Neck, there you go. We think you should be host of the year.
Oh, look
what
at
did they
that.
do here?
found-
And-
where did you find that?
No,
What does
that
that
was the
say? I
one
can't
year.
even make that out.
It's like the 1 year, and
Sean
I
Walsh
wanted
host
to
of
be
the year.
known. I wasn't even eligible that year.
Who were you up
How'd that
against?
happen?
Thou who shall
the
not be
other
named.
hosts of the
Thou
show
who
at that
shall
time.
Well,
not
I got a
be
question.
named.
I got a question for your show. Can John Sawyer be host of the year? Like, can he challenge that title?
He'd have to be on there enough.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah,
let
yeah.
them just
Wait,
you know,
but now
disregard
he's on. He's
the
officially
fact
on.
that
Yeah,
you're
he'd have to be
clearly
on there
host
enough,
of the
though.
year? What is this show
Wow,
about?
that's not fair.
Yeah. Like last year, we had 3 of us. Yeah. We
I've
had
been-
our third host.
Oh,
Last
I've been nominated on the Sparkies a couple of times, and I thought this was kind of funny.
Were you really?
Yeah, Battle Royal that no one cares about.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You must have been thrilled! I can't wait to win that trophy! I mean, what the fuck? No one cares about it!
It wasn't the
Oh my
Sparkies. You
God.
went for the Sithies. That's
that
what
one.
you
Yeah,
were.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
I want to know who won Best Beard. You guys said you had a category. How does it not caveman?
Was he even up there?
How does he
I
not
don't
win
think he
Best
was.
Beard? Mike hid in his beard for 3 weeks. I couldn't find him. What are you talking about? Who? Caveman. How does he not win Best
Ricky
Beard?
won that. Ricky Richards won that.
There's
he
that
did.
guy again, Ricky Richards. You guys are friends with him. It's an
So
inside
does
loop.
this guy Bobby Dream win like does most coke?
No,
the year?
no, but
God,
he
they
was
don't
up
have
for
an
some of
award
the
for
Sithies
that.
of them.
You know, they're
almost pull it
thinking
up
about
and see
that
what
thing
Bobby
about the
Dream
fan
was
you
up.
said,
I
though. They're
would-
gonna come up with Windmill of the Year. The fan
Yeah, I'm gonna look that
blows
up while you guys
everyone.
continue
It's
your
gonna be
conversation.
Windmill of the Year.
I worked a so-called program with him in 2013 when he decided to go on your show when it was not, before it was running radio.
Right.
Him and this big wannabe Italian dude. I forgot his name.
yeah.
Papa Ganoush.
Yeah. They
Wow.
they decided to shoot on my family.
Oh,
What?
I don't
Yeah.
remember this, but
Yeah.
okay, continue.
I don't think you were there. at
No,
the
you
time.
weren't hosting.
Yeah. But I'm obviously off limits. Anyone can say whatever they want. I'm at a point where I just don't care. But to bring my
The wrestling world.
Yeah.
Something
World
about
of the
it.
Independence.
There's something
Yeah.
about it. I don't
but
know.
to bring my father into this, calling me a deliverance
Oh,
baby,
leave him
you
out
know,
of
some
this.
shit like that,
What's
you
that?
know.
A deliverance
Calling you
baby?
what?
Yeah, he called me a deliverance baby.
What is
Can you
that even
describe- yeah, what
supposed
is-
to
what is
say?
a deliverance baby?
Saying that my dad banged his brother when he doesn't have a brother. to have me.
That is really.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And-
Did you take that 2x4 you like to?
Well, that makes sense.
That movie is rough.
Dude, that might be
Did you ever
Reynolds'
see that
best
movie?
movie. That's a great freaking movie. But the,
So-
but the joke itself is laced in.
Yeah.
That's not cool, man.
So
That
that following
not
February, Gino books me to work Bobby in the match before intermission, and I was told by Rocky Shore, who's the booker at the time, stress the shit out of him. You know, kill him.
Stretch
Don't
the shit
go
out
with
of
whatever. You know, just
Rocky Shore. I haven't heard that name in a while.
just kill him and beat him. You know, and I said okay, and I decided last minute to, you know, not pull on my strikes or anything. I threw potatoes in that match, but at the same time, I decided to remain professional and go by the spots that were called. I made sure that I was getting over properly, that he was getting his heat as a heel. You know, I handled things, you know, like a regular pro. Then it carried on to where he thought he was my friend, and he just, you know, tried to invite me to this and that, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not.
In caps locks, right?
Yeah, in cap locks. Yeah.
Was your friendship electrifying?
No, absolutely not. So then we work another program later on at the.
Just love broken programs with this guy.
That wasn't my idea. Trust me. It was, I think, 2014. Yeah, November of 2014. It was a Sunday show, much like this one, only it had more people and actual talent on the card. But we do an angle at the end where I win clean, but yeah, he attacks me and torques the hell out of my left knee. The next day, my knee starts hurting like crazy, and I'm thinking that he did something to my knee. Turns out it wasn't the case. I had a tumor in my knee that almost turned cancerous, but turned out to be completely benign. So it was an internal thing, and nothing that happened during the match. But it already happened publicly, and I needed, you know, to get, you know, story-wise, I needed to get back at him. So we had 2 more matches. The third one, and this is the shooting story that I was going to get to earlier, was we had a Texas death match, but we renamed it the Long Island death match, you know. And Bobby
What
screwed.
the fuck's the Long Island? You fought each other for coupons? I mean, what the fuck is a Long Island death match?
It's just the Texas death match, but renamed since
okay.
we're not in
You
Texas.
get someone else to shovel your driveway while you're watching cable TV. That's the Long Island death match. There it is right there.
Loser shovels the driveway.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
doing it. My back hurts.
Jesus.
Yeah. We're going over everything in the back end. He completely screws up the finish because in a traditional Texas death match.
Ain't even
Can we get
Bobby
anything
Dream
right on
match.
these
Yeah,
independents?
a traditional
Can't even get the Long Island death match done correctly.
Well, it was his fault, not mine.
God damn it.
A traditional Texas death match
my
finishes, you
God,
pin the
what is
guy,
this?
and then the ref counts to 10. If he's not up by 10, there it is.
Is that a Texas death match? You
That's
count
what
that
that's.
to 10?
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to get on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You got to see this, Mike.
So Bobby was like, fuck it, let's just do a regular pin finish. And he wouldn't shut up.
my
So I'm
God,
just
we
like,
need that on
all
film.
right. Then, yeah.
Wrestler most likely to win a battle royal that you don't care about.
And I won.
Boondocks.
Did you win? Did
don't
he
think so.
win?
Yeah, he
That's
won it.
awesome.
He won that time? Did you get a trophy?
No.
Where's his trophy?
No, I didn't give out the trophy.
Oh, you have to have a trophy.
It's like the Razzies for wrestling.
Oh, my
No.
God.
I still like my
I want a
favorite one is
trophy.
still wrestler most likely to cut a 7-minute promo 7 minutes too long. That's still one of my
Nice.
favorites.
I like that. I think that's pretty funny.
So I was gonna say Riley. Here promo. I think that is. We go to do the match, and the first 5 minutes is completely wasted because he kept running away from me. I'm like, dude, let's fight. You know, it's a gimmick match. Let's fight. So he finally catches me right up here with a cane shot, completely unprotected, just right there. And we picked up the physicality a little bit. We spilled out into the audience and all that. And then towards the end, without my glasses on, I'm nearsighted. So I see a chair outside the ring on the ground. I don't realize that the lip of the chair is pointing up. So Bobby's climbing off the ring, which is already destroyed. The rope snapped from the match prior, but we didn't need the ring. It was a death match, you know. So he.
I've seen this match. This is the match on YouTube.
Yep.
That's a good match. I actually enjoyed that.
He comes at me with the whole axe handle thing, and I call slam on the chair. I don't realize that the chair is pointed up because, you know, of course I'm nearsighted. I hear no, 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 and I didn't realize until the last minute that I slammed him on the lip of the chair. So I say, okay, receipt. He gets up, punches me, and we go to continue. Then he starts putting me in a chokehold. And he's gripping, and he's gripping, and he's gripping, and he's gripping. I'm like, dude, fucking let go. So he's gripping harder and harder and harder. Finally, he lets go, and I start swinging back. And we start literally shoot fighting ringside for like 5 minutes. Now, the two funny things were Vinny DeGuido was on the ground because I hit him with a chair. So he's dead selling. And Rocky Shore's over by the curtain, and both of them are going, take it home, take it home. What the fuck you doing? Take it home. Take
You're
it
too
home.
busy fighting for real. Take
Yeah.
this home. We're not done yet.
Can I ask you guys a question?
No.
Jimmy and I were speaking. Well, thank you. Jimmy and I were speaking about this.
I know, Ryan's
Is there a
probably bored
difference?
the hell of that story.
Is there a difference between an independent wrestler and a professional wrestler?
No.
There isn't, right?
No.
If you get paid, you're a professional
They're
wrestler.
professional wrestling. The problem is a lot of these backyarders don't get paid. They're just playing wrestler.
Yeah.
So that they're not a wrestler.
Let me ask a strange
So
question.
they get brought in.
Hold on,
They get
hold
brought
on,
in to fill,
hold on.
to fill tickets.
I got to
and
ask this
that's
because
that.
these guys have both worked the independent cards, and you're going to want to know the answer to this. How big is the percentage on a card? Just say any independent card you work.
You don't get a
What is the
percentage.
percentage of the guys on that card who are not being paid? 80%? 90%? 10% are getting paid? How many would you say are actually
I'd probably
being
put it
paid?
more at 60.
It depends on the
60% are being paid?
No, not.
Not being paid. You think
Depends on
that's
the.
fair?
It depends on the
Agree with
promotion.
Is that a fair
I
answer?
agree with Ryan. It
It
depends,
depends on the
card.
promotion.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
if you go to an
In
NYWC
general,
show,
is it safe to say
go
that
where?
most
if you go to
of the
an
guys,
NYWC show,
Right.
I'd say like 90% of those guys are getting
they're
paid.
actually being paid?
Does the main event guy get the most on the card?
Generally.
He should.
Generally,
should.
not always, but you know, I mean, if they bring in a big name, then you know,
Yeah, they
he's-
have to. They have to get
regardless
it.
he's in the main event or
What's
not.
the most you ever got paid, Ryan?
Me on a show?
Yeah.
100.
That's not bad. That's not bad. For how long? 5 minutes?
Is that the same in your case?
10, 12 minutes.
That's an easy $100.
You know, I got to be honest though.
No,
They're
I was going against
these
Gallo,
guys are killing
and he hits like a
themselves.
motherfucker,
Yeah,
so-
I think that's
Yeah.
bullshit. I think these guys are killing themselves. And
You
they
get
deserve-
paid more. Well, you
deserve
used to
more
get
than
paid
that.
Dude, you got to have the money to pay. I mean, fuck.
That's
you go
true,
to these
too.
things, there's no one there,
That's
you don't
true,
have the
too.
money, right?
That's true too.
You
Well,
get
if you
paid
put
the
on,
gate.
but if you put on bad cards and you have bad storylines and you have, you know, if you do it that way, then don't expect
you
anybody
know
to
what?
come.
Here's the deal.
You know.
Where does the blame for that fall? Does it fall on the promoter
Well, it
who
has
doesn't
to. It
promote,
can't
or
fall on
does
the
it fall on the
fan.
wrestler who doesn't
It
promote?
can't fall on the fan, and it can't fall on Ryan and John. It can't.
Right.
They're not behind
Well,
It's
they're
how
everybody's
things are put
job.
together.
The problem is, you know, back in the day, you had one, maybe two in a region. You know, like Long Island
Now
had
we got
2
1 million.
guys. Now you got
What do we got?
17.
How many
it's
do
like
we
Jesus
got?
Christ. How is
Well,
that?
doesn't everybody pass their license off to each other?
Yeah.
Everybody passes their
There's
license.
something wrong with that.
If I wanted to start a promotion,
Something
I
wrong
go,
with that
hey
too.
man, I'll buy your license for tonight
something
or
wrong
for
with that too.
November, whatever. And we put on a show. I go grab these schlubs. We put them on, right? And then we try to grab one mainstream talented guy out
Which
there.
also, renting your license is going to screw things up because now you got less money to pay the guys.
Yeah.
Because you're paying.
You
for
know
this
what I
guy's
really
license
can't believe?
every
I cannot believe that we're in a New York market with a blank slate as far as I'm concerned, and that no one has enough brains to at least try to develop a Paul Heyman model to get the Long Island scene going. I
ask
think
you
it's
something.
pathetic.
Let me tell you
This is
something.
New York.
Stand outside of a supermarket with a camera and a microphone
Right.
in Deer Park. Ask everybody who walks out of that store.
Who's Sean Walsh?
No, not only that, because nobody cares. Not even my wife.
Open the door for me.
Ask anybody who walks
Even
out
my
of that,
wife?
Ask
Oh my
anybody who
God.
walks out of that store if they know where the NYWC Sportatorium is.
Right.
I guarantee you that 70% of them or better don't know.
Of course.
Or
I think you're
don't
being
know,
nice.
or
I'd say
don't know that
99%.
there's wrestling going on in their backyard.
Exactly.
But you see, that's what we were talking about. Here's the future of professional wrestling, right? So you have all these make-believers out there. Sooner or later, there's no pool for the major leagues to get from because they all suck.
I feel like we've
bad.
diluted everything.
Well,
It's
that's
bad.
why that's why they
What's going
pull
on here?
fitness models and
Yeah.
guys who failed in other sports or
Very
everyday
good.
guys now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, so that leads to the next question. What makes a great professional wrestler in your
A
mind?
lot of things.
yeah, I
A
mean,
lot of
that's a
things.
very open-ended
Athleticism.
question.
Well, it's a lot of things.
Most importantly, professionalism.
Exactly.
What's professionalism?
Doing the right thing. You know.
How about to the viewer? What makes a great professional wrestler?
That's
How about
going to
guy
depend on the
sitting at
viewer.
home,
That's going to
you know?
depend on the viewer.
Right. It depends
Everybody's
on
going to
what
have
you like
different
out of
taste,
your
taste
wrestler,
of,
right?
like I told you, like I'm not big into like PWG because as serious as it is, there's too much comedy inside of each match, and it bothers me because it
Right.
takes away the illusion.
Right.
Everybody in this state knows, this day and age, wrestling is not a real combat sport. So
Right.
that gig is up. It's been up.
And it
right?
sucks. It sucks.
And that's
They get-
okay
they get
because
so-
everybody knows that Stranger Things doesn't really happen. It's just a TV show.
Right.
So you can have that suspension of disbelief.
Don't spoil that for me.
Yeah,
I
I
have
won't
not
because
seen
I still have to finish the
Well,
first 2 episodes. But the
even
point
started
is,
yet, so.
you have this illusion. You go there for 2.5, 3 hours, and you just want to be entertained.
Right.
And you got to have a little bit of everything for every genre. Like I DJ'd weddings for 16 years. I don't care if the majority of the crowd is 30 and under, right? There's still going to be a big portion of that crowd that's in their 50s and 60s. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a little set for those people so they get a chance to enjoy themselves at that wedding.
But you have to build character. You have to build storylines.
Yes.
Just like everything that's going on in the world today, you have to put effort behind your product.
And
If you
promoters
prob-
have to promote. And the worst problem that happened
Promoters
to,
don't promote.
the worst thing
Not
that
around
ever
here, they
happened to professional
around
wrestling
here.
on the indie scene is social media. Because it's counterintuitive.
Gee, what else is new? The internet strikes again.
People think, oh, I posted on Facebook, I promoted. No, you didn't.
Right.
No, you didn't.
Right.
Leave these flyers in
Right.
busy, supermarkets or
You gotta do
train
the blue
stations,
collar.
or
You gotta do
have
the
to
blue
still
collar.
go out
You
and
have to.
promote.
You have to.
Having your Instagram address and your
Absolutely.
YouTube page listed
You gotta
in
go
one
out.
spot doesn't do
doesn't
anything.
do
You
anything,
have to
yeah.
actively
You have to
be
talk to
promoting.
people.
And that's not the other
gotta
end
call.
of it too. Is the other end of it is, you've got to get your workers to promote your product too.
Yeah.
All right. Bobby, you get that? John Sawyer Show. Who's this?
It's Robert.
Uh-oh. Robert from
Hi,
Port
Michael.
Jeff. He's one of our infamous callers.
Okay.
How's the box?
Guys, you know what? I got to be honest with you. It's raining pretty hard out tonight. My box is a little soggy.
He lives in a box on the side of the road. We have some guests here tonight. We're just filling him in on your unfortunate
Situation.
life circumstances
Yeah.
at the given moment.
I
So it's pouring down on your box on the side of the road. Mike, you should have done something, man. You don't you work out that way? You could have helped Robert.
I've never met Robert before, so.
Yeah, but
nor
I
do I
mean-
want to meet
Well,
him. So.
if you're passing on the side of the road, you see a soggy box. Just don't hesitate
Soggy
to stop,
box.
see if I'm all right.
I know a couple of rats with soggy
Is your
boxes, but I'm not-
wife and kids okay?
Of the ring
Are they
variety?
okay? Are they getting wet?
So,
Ryan's
I'm
smiling
very
because he knows what
alone.
I'm talking about.
Very alone.
I couldn't hear you. You want to say that again?
I said I'm very alone. Don't worry about my, I don't have any family.
Life is lonely.
Wow, Rob sounds down tonight, man.
Yeah, Rob, you okay? You haven't
Well,
been
it's
around
raining
for a
out.
while, brother. We haven't heard from you. Is everything all right?
Oh, it's been rough,
they turned off my phone in my box. I just got it back on, so that's why I'm calling. I missed you guys.
I figured you went blind from watching reruns of our show.
No, I don't do that. I don't like to torture myself.
Yeah, that's Robert.
Hey, Rob, who's the best looking guy on this panel? What do you think?
We know he loves you.
Well, that's a tough one. I think all three of you suck. So, but I think
He's a big fan.
I think Mike sucks the least.
Thank you very much.
How does it feel to suck the least?
It's important. It's important.
I always wanted to suck the most.
Well, Robert, I
Oh
think whenever you dry up, give us a call next week, and we'll be looking forward to hear from you.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If I don't, move.
They keep your box in good condition.
Tough times.
They try to trim it.
Keep your mother's box in good condition for me, okay?
Ah! How did I know? The guy's drowning and you pick on his mom.
You got to trim the bushes around your box.
And they make it cream in case it goes white.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, sometimes those boxes get moldy.
Oh yeah.
Nothing worse than a moldy box.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they have roast beef curtains.
Oh, hello. All right, Robert, have a good one.
Rob,
You
hang
too,
in there,
thank you.
man. It'll get better, bro.
Or just end it and get it over with. You know, one or the other.
Could do that.
I agree.
You could go to supermarket.
Why suffer?
You could go to supermarket and maybe pick up some straight razors, but again, the John Sawyer Show won't take any responsibility for that comment.
We could always
It
push
is
the
purely
button.
it is purely the comment of
suggesting?
running radio only.
Running radio? What are you including that for?
Yeah, I'm
These
sorry.
comments are strictly Michael.
No.
Really
Just remember,
right now to
ECPW, Long Island, and Bobby Dream take full responsibility.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, just remember, go up, not sideways.
Sideways for
And remember, try to float away from the docket.
Sideways is for attention.
away
News
from the
12
dock.
reports that 5 schmucks just got arrested for asking someone to kill themselves on their podcast.
Oh, is that what
This is Aaron Colton. I'm standing next to a
I
box.
thought we were talking about
Here
getting
in
razor
Port
blades to
Jeff.
scrape off
Yeah.
the muck on his
Don't
box.
worry. I'll carve all your names into my body.
Man arrested out of Raymore and Flanagan's this morning. As a SWAT team has grabbed him
my
and
God.
put him in handcuffs.
They're hurting my commission.
No, maybe they want some furniture before you go.
Maybe.
Well, we're gonna try to.
In return, Raymond and Flanagan's has given Rob from Port Jefferson a new fresh box.
we're gonna try to send you out a fresh box.
Oh, his mom masturbates with a pickaxe.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Dude,
Well,
I
that
feel
sounds like
bad
a
for your
bloody
mom.
experiment.
All right,
All right, Rob from Port Jeff. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Got back to your show. You got like 8 listeners waiting, all right?
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and after we get rid of you, it'll be 7.
Wow. That hurt. That hurt. Wow.
Does anybody want to drive to Port Jeff after the show?
Yeah, really. I got a box to kick.
Dude, let me ask you guys something really important. Why do you do what you do? Like, why do you guys
Why do you
have a
do
pod?
do?
Why do you have a podcast?
do
When
what you
you know
do?
what makes?
Yeah, what the
what's
hell are
driven?
any of us thinking?
Yeah, no,
What
seriously.
the hell are any of us
Why do
thinking?
you do it, Ryan?
Mental disease?
Sean,
Hey, at least he's well dressed in his
Why?
sickness.
why do you do it?
Because I like when people beat up on me that I don't even know.
This guy's a
verbally,
masochist.
yeah.
He's insane.
You
He's a
enjoy it.
masochist.
I do. Like, people get
Intelligently insane,
butthurt
though. I
because
like
they're
that.
not nominated for the Smarkies, and people get butthurt because we play their
They get
promos.
butthurt.
Yes, butthurt. That's what
I
we
like
call
that.
it.
I like that.
People
Just like 60 people in Ronkonkoma are butthurt right now, and they wasted their money.
John, why do you?
You're giving him too much credit.
Why
It
do I
wasn't
do
60
Why do you do
people.
the show?
Right. You're giving 60
I've
people away.
always wanted to pursue this. You know, well,
Yeah.
not always, but you know, for a long time,
It seemed like a natural fit.
yeah, you know, environments like this, I'm quite comfortable in, and I feel I can be myself and just, you know, talk openly and.
Now, here's a weird thing. Is Rob still on the line?
No,
Rob.
I thought I
He's
heard
gone?
him hang up.
No,
Oh, okay.
I
So
thought
you
I-
guys, but you
I
guys,
thought I heard a
all of
noise
you,
there.
you actually enjoy it. You
Absolutely.
enjoy it. You don't.
This drives me crazy.
You don't.
Why do you? Why do
I
you?
can't
Why do you
stand
do
this.
it then?
Because out of loyalty to Sean.
Just out of loyalty? Come on, seriously, you're so full
What has he
of
got?
shit.
Nudies of you?
Stop
What do you
it.
mean out of loyalty to Sean? What is that?
Can you,
I compromised.
Bobby? Can you put up that picture of Ryan?
Of Ryan.
No,
What are
keep
you
going to
doing?
the left.
What do you mean a
No,
wrong
to
picture
the
of
right.
Ryan?
To the right. There you go.
What is this?
To the left.
What is it?
Ryan,
What, I got you
Ryan's
Reagan?
favorite wrestler.
Who's that?
I don't know who. I live you too, man.
I live you man too.
Hey, sorry, spell checks don't work.
I live you man.
Joker working the thing?
You gotta.
How is
that? You got to admit though, my girl is gorgeous. So.
Well, I tried to crop her out, but I couldn't get the picture.
Yeah, but what's with the Fu Manchu thing? Oh, that's Kofi.
That's Kofi.
Oh, never mind.
Is Kofi your favorite though, Brian?
He's one of them.
No,
I
he,
think he's
he loves
talented.
Kofi. You heard
It
him.
really
He loves
bothered me
Kofi.
that you thought the company could
Could get behind him and
back.
yeah, I didn't think they could.
So if Kofi Kingston was at that event today, do you think he'd be sitting there at Big Cass looking
I think
for
the two of them would be playing
looking for autographs?
pocket pool, wondering why no one's talking about
Because
it.
New Day's so over.
That's true.
You think he's over?
Yeah, absolutely.
New Day is over.
New
I
Day
don't
is
know.
over.
You know, we
I don't
talk-
know if Kofi individually is over.
We talk
but New
about
Day
the
is
women,
over.
but when I went to the show today, everybody was there for Alexa. No one was there, but for anybody.
Because
else.
you got a bunch of horny losers
That's true.
who like,
Oh my
like
God!
I can get a picture with this
I'm
hot
with him.
girl and show my friends.
I'm gonna go home and sprain my wrist.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Alexa Bliss can
go Clea
sign
in
for
front
me.
Mom, get my tube socks ready.
Wow!
Just alienated 3 of our listeners now.
Well,
There they go. I hear
The
them.
only guys who are going to be watching next week are these
if
guys.
you like, listen, if you like pro wrestling, you have to admit you have to be a little bit of a freak. Like it's it's just how
Dude,
it is.
I gotta tell you,
You talk
I'm
about
sitting
Star
in
Trek.
I'm,
Wrestling's in the
I'm
scene.
sitting in line and I'm thinking to myself like, oh my God, this is a fucking
I'm a
nightmare.
mark.
It's today, but it's like you gotta see these people. It's scary.
Yeah, they probably smell and they have
Yeah.
hair that's uncouth.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they don't have a
yeah.
job and they got
No.
like 18 different belts to be signed.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my
Dude,
God,
they stand there
you know?
online holding toys,
They look like
piles
people
of
who
They got-
toys.
they got-
Sign my doll.
They got PWI
What the
issue
hell?
fucking 1,402.
Yeah, and you wonder why the celebrities think that regular people are insane.
Yeah.
He signed my
I
doll.
can't take it, dude.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Alexa Bliss toothbrush signed.
I'm sitting
And then
there-
they freeze up when the photo comes. They freeze up because they don't know what to do. They're like,
and they're crying.
Right.
you know,
Right.
it's like you're a fucking loser.
whatever.
Get over your-
You're right.
Yeah.
And then how many Little Mermaid moments were there?
Like, come
What's a
on.
Little
like-
Mermaid moment?
You know, when Ariel and the prince walk up to the priest and he ordered, yeah.
You know, or,
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
He's talking about his last acid trip. It was awesome.
he's talking about
You know-
Kabuki.
You never seen that? You never
No.
seen that? Watch the
Have
Little
you seen the
Mermaid.
penis on the old
I seen the
school-
penis on your show. I'm still trying to get it out of my head.
Right. Watch the Little Mermaid towards the end at the wedding scene.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
Ariel
yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah,
prince
yeah.
walk
Oh, yeah,
up.
yeah, sure,
And
sure,
you know what
sure.
happens to the priest? The priest automatically springs like a hard on.
That's scary. I don't watch cartoons. I don't know.
Man, he just
Yeah,
made,
so what?
somehow he made
Yeah,
Disney
right.
perverse. I don't know how he
I have to
managed.
watch it.
Real quick,
Yeah.
since we're together, Survivor Series, Mahal, Lesnar.
So come on, we talked about this.
Lesnar, come on.
We talked about
Well, we
this
could just,
on
you know.
Wednesday. This is
I think
pathetic.
Lesnar destroys him. What else
Maybe
you got?
Lesnar's got no
Lesnar's
show
gonna
for
win in
tickets.
insane.
Do you think Lesnar no shows?
And takes the pre-ticket money.
Thinking what?
Wait, guys, do you hear
And
that?
decides to go watch a
Wait,
movie
can you
with
even
Bobby
think that guy
Dream.
calling the show, talking about
wait,
Lesnar not
wait.
showing up?
Hey, this is
Hello?
Jonathan Medford.
I'm very upset. Bobby Dream didn't show up tonight. And he took my $5 and he ran. He
And you're
ran.
probably better off for it.
And I was supposed to see Ryan wrestle tonight in the
Ryan.
Power
Do you guys hear
Ranger
that?
uniform.
Do you hear that?
That's the sound of no one.
That's the sound of crickets still going on with these BW.
Oh my God. Oh my
Yeah, they're
God.
chirping.
Well, if
chirping
we ever
early.
had any relationship with Gino and Metal Maniac,
Well,
it
you
has
guys
now
have
been
just
destroyed.
ruined
Thank
it.
you
Yeah,
so much,
thank you so
guys.
much.
ECPW's garbage. They've been garbage. End of story.
All right.
Well, hey.
All right.
Oh.
Thanks
That's-
again, guys.
That's pretty simple.
And thanks,
fun.
thanks again to Ryan Perry and Sean Walsh for joining us right here
Anytime.
on the John Sawyer
You guys are
Show.
always welcome on the show. Just
Absolutely,
Come on by.
and vice versa. And of course, thank you to all of you at home for tuning in, all 8 of you.
Right.
Well, between the both of us, we might get 100 views this month.
Maybe.
No, you were right the first time. This month.
Hey, someone's got to do it. That's what we're here for.
Until next time,
I'll just keep
I'm
rewatching.
John Sawyer. This is Mike Monty. This is Jimmy Farrow. We are the cast of the John Sawyer Show. Thank you all for watching. We will see you next week.
Thanks, guys. That was fun. Thanks for